Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Jessica and today I'll be guiding you through a short evening practice perfect to help you wind down or prepare for sleep. This is an all levels practice and I do recommend having a block or access to a wall for our final posture of waterfall or legs up the wall. We will begin today in child's pose. Big toes together, knees as far apart as you would like. Sit your hips to your heels. Walk your hands forward and lower your forehead to the mat. Close down or soften your gaze. Start to breathe in and out through the nose. Try to bring yourself to the present moment. Let go of the day you've had before. And focus on the here and the now. Allow this time for you to come back to your body, to relax and set yourself up for an evening of relaxation or deeper sleep. Gaze forward, lift yourself up so that you're in a tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and thread your right arm underneath your left, lower shoulder and ear to the mat. You can either keep your left hand pressing into the mat beside you, or you can walk your fingertips to the front of the mat, pressing your hand down. Breathe into this twist. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. Shift the weight into the right side. Bring your hand back beside you, lift up, coming into tabletop. Thread the needle on the second side. Sweep your left hand underneath your right, lowering shoulder and ear to the mat, pressing into your hand beside you or walking your right fingertips to the front of the mat. Shift your hips over slightly to the left. Breathe in and out through the nose. Try to deepen your breath. Walk your hand back, press into your hand, lift up. Now walk your hands forward, melt your heart down to the mat, keeping your hips stacked over your knees, either lowering forehead or chin to the mat. If you'd like to soften this posture to make it more restorative, you can walk your hands to the edges of your mat, creating more space for your shoulders and your neck. If you'd like to deepen it, you can walk your hands closer together. Your choice whether you want to keep your elbows lifted or lowered. If you would like to add on for a tricep stretch, draw your hands together and send them to the back of your neck. Lower your hands back to the mat. Gaze forward. Pull yourself forward into Sphinx pose. Pressing pubic bone and feet into the mat. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Hands pressing down. Pull your heart forward. Gaze forward. Lower your chest down. Create a pillow with your left hand. Bend into your right leg and maybe also grab onto your foot with your right hand, pulling your heel to your glute, getting a nice quad stretch. Keep pressing the pubic bone into the mat, reaching your knee towards the back of the room so that you deepen the stretch. Release the hold of your foot, lower it back to the mat. Switching sides, create a pillow with your right hand, bend into your left knee, maybe reach back and pull your foot in. Lower your foot back down. Place your hands beside your chest. Press up into downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width distance apart. Feet hips width distance apart. Tailbone reaching up. You can have a soft bend in your knees and your heels don't need to touch the mat. Press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky and gaze towards the top of the mat. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand and lower your back knee down. Untuck your toes, sink your hips down, gaze forward, lizard. Option to come down onto your forearms. If you went down onto your forearms, come back up onto your hands. Straighten your front leg, send your hips back, half splits. Keep a nice generous bend in your right knee. Flex your foot towards the ceiling. Pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Inhale, lift up slightly, and exhale, fold just a little bit deeper. Gaze forward, rebend into your front knee. Heel toe your foot to the left side of your mat. Lower your knee to the back of your right hand or back of your right wrist. Walk your left leg back, pigeon. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over any amount. Gaze forward, press into your hands, lift up, downward facing dog. Take your time to get there. Take a moment of stillness, reset. Reach your left leg up high towards the sky, gaze forward, step it to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee to the mat. Sink your hips forward, chest forward. Gaze ahead. Knee should be stacked over your ankle. Option to come down to your forearms here. If you went to your forearms, press back up onto your hands. Straighten your front leg, send your hips back. You may need to inch your left foot forward to create more space. Flex your foot, point your toes to the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold a little deeper. Keep a nice little bend in your left leg, so you're not hyperextending. Gaze forward, rebend into your front knee, heel toe your foot to the right side of the mat, lower your knee to the back of your left hand. Inch your back leg forward or back slightly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold any amount, pigeon. We'll take 5 breaths here. If you start to notice your mind or your thoughts wandering, it's okay. It's normal. Accept it and bring your focus back to your breath. Gaze forward, lift yourself back up. This time, rather than going into a downward facing dog, shift your weight onto your left hip and then bring your right foot forward, coming into a comfortable seat. We'll take a few neck stretches. Lower your right ear to right shoulder. If you'd like to walk your left hands out slightly to the edges of the mat to deepen the stretch, you can do that. Remember to breathe. Sometimes it's easy to lose focus of the breath while you're stretching the neck. but we want to breathe into this space. You might want to use your right hand to help lift your head back up. Switching sides, lower your left ear to left shoulder. Maybe crawling your fingers out to the side. Use your left hand to help guide your head back up, and we'll find our way onto our backs. When you arrive, draw your right knee in towards your chest. Keep a bend in your left knee, and hold on to the back of your thigh. Straighten your leg, lift your heel towards the ceiling, flex your toes so they're pointing towards your face, and pull in your leg as much as you can, finding what feels right for you. Holding on to the back of your leg wherever you feel comfortable, whether it be your thigh or your shin, your ankle. Bend your right knee, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Press your knee away from your body, and then draw your legs in towards your chest. Option to find a bit of a sway here, massaging out the lower back. Lower your left foot back to the mat, and lower your left foot back to the mat, and then drop your left knee and your right foot to the left side. Keep your right knee pressing upwards so that you're getting a deep stretch through the outer hip, while also getting a supine twist. Use core strength to help lift your knees back up. Lower your right foot to the mat. Draw in your left foot towards your chest. Hold on to the back of your thigh. Reach your leg and your foot up towards the ceiling. Flex your toes so that they're facing towards you. Draw in your leg as much as you'd like, until you find a nice stretch all the way from your heel down your hamstrings, maybe to your glutes. Come back to your breath if you've lost it. Breathe in and out through your nose. Bend your knee, cross your left ankle over your right knee, press your left thigh away from you and then draw your legs towards you. Maybe finding a sway for supine figure 4. Release the hold of your legs, lower your foot to the mat, and then lower your left foot and right knee to the right side of the room. Extend your right arm out, coming into a twist. Keep your knee pointing towards the ceiling. You may want to hold on to your ankle with your right hand. Keep pressing your knee upwards. Use a little bit of core strength to help lift yourself back up. Uncross your legs. And now grab onto your block or find your way to a wall. If you're coming to a wall, scoot your hips as close as you can and then slide your legs up the wall so that your feet and your heels are resting against the wall. Toes pointing down towards your face. If you're using a block, lift your hips. Sit the block so that it's right underneath your tailbone. Bend your knees and then straighten your legs up towards the sky. Whether you're at the wall or you're with the block, keep a slight bend in the knees. Hands and arms can be relaxed beside you, or one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Feel the energy coming down. Close down, soften your gaze. Relax the space between your brows. Soften your jaw. Soften your shoulders and your arms. And let yourself completely relax. This is our final posture. Stay here as long as you would like. I'll guide us out in a few minutes, but feel free to stay here for longer. Bring some awareness back to your breath. Lower your feet back down to the mat. Slowly bend your knees. Lower your feet down. Pick up your hips and move the block sideways. Or scoot yourself away from the wall. Spread your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance apart and let your knees fall in. Take a moment here to come back to your breath, to let the blood come back down into your feet. Roll on to any side and press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Draw your hands together towards heart center. Give yourself a moment to thank yourself for showing up and for gifting yourself this time. We'll release with a breath in through the nose, side out, bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel relaxed, ready to take on the rest of your evening, or ready for sleep. Please let me know how this went for you in the comments. Leave it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thank you. Bye.